Everything that we produce are created from emotion. It starts off where, what do I want to eat? And I have people try it and I get feedback, and that's the start of growth. One thing we try to focus on here also when making our cakes is to create something using our hands, right? So hand skills are involved. And once that is part of the process, it becomes a work of art. These are skills that are not really learned overnight. It really takes months and sometimes years to perfect. So we really take pride in that process, in the continuing education of our staff. That's an asset or an aspect where we can, strive to be different than the other bakeries out there. Here at Park Avenue Desserts, we try to have a balance of cakes and brownies and brookies. So on the cakes, we always have a couple of fruit-based cakes, of course, chocolate-based cakes, and some of the beaten path, like the salted caramel cake and things like that. And we try to have something that for the courageous, people that are curious, that will look at the cake and be like, maybe I'll try this one. We'll be making the strawberry mango bloom. I have here a 6-inch ring. I take my vanilla sponge, put that at the bottom of the ring, right there. I have my vanilla mousse, generously. And then I put my fresh fruit. So start with fresh mango, right there. Then I have fresh strawberries. It's critical to this dessert that you use the freshest product when it's at its most ripe. That way you get the full flavor of the fruit. So we take our mango. You want to make sure that there's mango in every bite. There you go. And make sure there's strawberries everywhere too. And then, to add texture to the product, we put some meringue. Right? This chocolate meringue. Makes it nice and crispy. Adds a little bite to it. Then I add a little bit more mousse. Then I finish it off with vanilla sponge cake. From here on, we put it in the freezer just for it to set before we decorate it. All this goes back to when I first started baking, when my mom taught me how to bake. And my mom always used fresh fruit. It was just a natural way to combine something fresh and something baked, which for me is really the best of both worlds. The beauty of this is that the shelf life is short, so you have to eat it today or until tomorrow only. And we found that majority of our customers, preferred that because they knew it was fresh. It not only looked better, but it also, had that fresh aspect to it, which more people love. All right, next we will do the chocolate salted caramel cake. We have a very moist chocolate cake here. We have a nice velvety caramel sauce, and then we have salt flakes. What we do is we put a little acetate inside, so it's easy for us to release the cake, release the ring. So nice, dense, dark chocolate cake. And we pipe a little chocolate ganache. Take a little caramel sauce, Again, you want to make sure that there's caramel in every bite. And then we sprinkle little salt flakes. Okay, and then we do the process over again. And salt flakes. And then we put the chocolate cake to finish off, seal it, and put some ganache, and then flatten it with the spatula. This way, when we pour the glaze, it's nice and even, and it doesn't sink into the pores of the chocolate cake. All right, so now we're gonna glaze our chocolate salted caramel cake. So we've let this set in the freezer just for it to set, about 5-10 minutes. Okay, and this is our nice chocolate glaze. Nice chocolate glaze. Okay, so it's gonna go right on. So we put the glaze on the cake, and now it's time to add a little pizzazz, a little fun to the cake. So I'll put yellow stripes. Some red. The glaze is done, so what we're gonna do now is put the flowers on. It's so easy. All baking really all the basics come from France. And no matter what bakery, pastry shop that you go to here in Manila, that is evident in 90% of all their products. It's just that since we are here in the Philippines, it has evolved into something that is our own. We will now show you how we make our strawberry pistachio macarons. All right, so here we have our strawberry pistachio macarons. We have the shells here that have cooled down. I have my pistachio buttercream, and I have my homemade strawberry jam here as well. What we do is we pipe the pistachio buttercream in a circle like this. We leave a cavity inside, right? You see, we leave a hole, just like that. Then we take the strawberry jam right down the center, and we put the lid on, just like that. The tip I have for new bakers and you want to open your own shop, or even if you just want to bake from your house, for me the most important is integrity in all aspects. So integrity in product is what you're after. So if you start out with good ingredients, the goal is to keep the integrity of that product, whether it's chocolate or strawberries or mangoes or what have you. Because if you stay true to the integrity of that product, then you've done the product justice. To quote the great Wolfgang Puck, just use the best ingredients and don't screw it up. I mean, he says that all the time. And to this day, I truly believe that. For me, that's a piece of advice that I always try to impart on people wanting to bake for the first time. But really, baking is really very easy. Just stay focused on the integrity of the main product that you're using, and it's really very simple. Because masarap is masarap. It's as simple as that.